Okay, part two. So I just finished contouring, or at least putting the contouring in all the places that I need to, and I blended it. Most of my blending I do with this because I'm using the powder. Blend that all the way up. Blend that all the way up too. Blend this down here to create that shadow. And then what I do, because I don't want any really defined lines, you really want a really good blend, I take my blending bud again, and all of the highlighted parts, I blend around again. So, and again, it's just like that pushing in motion. You don't want to sweep it across your skin because that'll create some streaking. The blending buds really are great for this push down motion. And I just do that everywhere. Okay, now really dark, you can see still a lot of dark. So now what I do is I take my Touch press powder this time. Okay, this is the fun part. Oops. So again, I'm going to use the sponge, but you could sometimes, when I really want to make sure I get everywhere, I use our foundation brush for the pressed powder, and that'll help you get all around in the different areas. But today, for just some quick, I'm going to do some all over. And don't press too hard. I'm going to have to look in this mirror too. Again, I don't like to sweep it across my skin too much. When I do like this, it's really light with a light touch. And again, this color is velour, and that's what color works best for me. And it goes all over, even on top of the contouring parts. Don't forget inside the eye and around your nose. And if I feel like I need to, I may even take my foundation brush, get a little bit more on it, and get in those areas, just like all the little crevices. I'll definitely use it down here. It's kind of like you're painting. It's just to blend. Again, you don't want those lines. Up into the hair too. Okay. So, there's what it looks like, a little bit more blended. Not done yet though. So at this point, what I want to do is take my blusher. I still have my the little pots. They now come in a pressed powder, which is really great. I just want to use this up. This is the color Sweet, and again, I tap a little bit into the lid. I use a blush brush, press it in there, sweep it around in there a little bit. And I go with the apples of my cheeks, circular motion, and up into the hairline. And I go a little bit over that contouring color too. Get a little bit more for the other side. I'm this mirror too because it's a little bit easier than the camera. Again, that circular motion, the apples. Don't be afraid of blusher. A lot of women are really afraid of blush. Don't be. It's I think it's really key in creating face shape. Okay. So there is that. And because it's summertime, I take my Powder Puff blush or brush, and I use my Beachfront bronzer in Sunset. Get a little bit dabbed on. Don't go crazy. And I use this to kind of define those spots that I contoured again. A really good rule of thumb is to create a 3, just like you would write the number 3. You would take this and it would be 3 like that. So down along the jawline, right here, under the cheekbone, and then up. Again, don't use a lot. And I just kind of take, because this is the big powder puff brush, I kind of take this everywhere, just kind of dust any excess off. I'll do a little bit of the bronzer up here too, but then I'll blend. Okay, there you go. There's my highlight and contour. Pretty quick tutorial for you. Again, this is how I do it. It's a little bit different than the normal way of doing it, but I find that it really works for me and I get this more matte look rather than that dewy finish look. And it's better ultimately for my skin too, because of my pores and my oily skin. So this is the highlighting and contouring, and of course it looks even better once I've done everything else, done my eyes and my lips. But I hope that you were able to learn something. Thanks.